Yes. Good afternoon to all of you. I'm audible.
Yes.
Okay. Just wait for 2 minutes. Let the students will join. Okay. In third unit, what we have discussed in the third unit? Do you have any remember, please? Which concept we have discussed in the third unit? Anyone? Can you tell, please? Anyone? Which concept we have discussed in the third unit? Shraddha, Pooja, Sonal, Swapnali. Swapnali,
Yes.
can you tell what we have discussed in the third unit?
EMF equation of DC motor,
Okay.
multi-quadrant, नंतर braking, regenerative braking.
Means what we have discussed in third unit, speed control of DC motors, no? Speed control of DC motor using rectifier and choppers. This we have discussed in the third unit. Yes or no? Is it right? Speed control of DC motors using rectifiers, that is single phase rectifiers, single phase half wave, single phase semi, and single phase fully. Like the same with three phase half wave, three phase semi, and three phase fully controlled rectifier with DC motors. Clear? And like the same way, also we have discussed the speed control of DC motor using choppers. Speed control of the DC motor using the chopper. That is the fourth quadrant of chopper. Type A chopper with DC motor. Type B chopper with DC motor. And 4 quadrant operation of chopper with DC motor. Clear? And also we have solved some numericals on the rectifier, but we have not solved on the any numericals on the choppers. Okay. After in same examination, I will solve some numericals on the choppers. Okay. So I have not given any numericals on the choppers in the ISA examination. First ISA examination. Only I have given the numerical on the rectifiers only. Only I have given the numericals only rectifiers. Is it clear? So also we have seen the braking of the DC motors. Okay. And what are the types of braking? Mechanical, electrical braking, And again, what are the types of electrical braking? Regenerative, dynamic, and plugging. Okay, in which quadrant it will be operating the regenerative braking, dynamic braking, plugging, in which quadrant it will be operated. Okay, and the speed or characteristics of the regenerative braking and dynamic braking and plugging. All these things we have seen. Only remaining part is numericals and the choppers. Only remaining part is numericals and the chopper. That is the only remaining. So that is also we will discuss after IS exam, means tomorrow. Okay. So see here. Today again one more numerical I am going to solve. Okay. So this numerical we have not solved in the previous one. So today I am going to discuss this numerical. A 220 volts, 1500 RPM, 10 amperes separately excited DC motor is fed from a single phase fully controlled converter. Okay, with an AC source voltage of 230 volts, 50 hertz. Armature resistance of 2 ohms. Armature resistance of 2 ohms. Assume the continuous conduction mode, means load current is continuous. Calculate the firing angle for half the rated motor torque and at 500 rpm. Calculate the half the rated motor torque, half the rated motor torque, okay, and at speed 500 rpm. And a second one, also calculate the firing angle, also calculate the firing angle at rated motor torque and at speed the minus 1000 rpm. So means what we have to find out here? Can anybody tell please? What he has given in the numerical and what we are going to find out? क्या फाइंड आउट करना चाहिए स्वप्नाली?
Yes, sir.
क्या फाइंड आउट करना है? क्या फाइंड आउट करना है कि अपन किधर?
Firing angle.
Okay, yes. We have to find out the firing
Torque.
angle at the half of the rated motor torque and at speed 500 rpm. जब मोटर 500 स्पीड से रोटेट होता है उस समय तो फायरिंग एंगल कितना होगा? That is we have to find out. Okay, and when the motor is rotating at minus 1000 rpm, means reverse direction. Okay, so on the rated motor torque. Okay, when the motor is at this position, so what will be the firing angle? So we have to find out the firing angle of the single phase fully controlled converter fed separate exit DC motor, and he has given the data. V1 is equal to 220 volts and N1 is equal to 1500 rpm and IA1 is equal to 10 amperes and armature resistance is equal to armature resistance. How much he has given? 2 ohms. Armature resistance 2 ohms. Clear? And supply voltage Vs is equal to 230 volts. Supply voltage Vs is equal to 230 volts. Okay, so assume the continuous conduction mode. Assume the continuous conduction mode. So we know the formula, means we have a motor. We have a motor that is separately excited DC motor. This is the motor. Okay, separately excited DC motor. This DC motor is operated through the single phase fully controlled converter or fully controlled rectifier, FCR, single phase fully controlled rectifier. Clear? And we have given the supply voltage for this is 230 volts. And we have given the supply voltage for this circuit is 230 volts. This is the VS. So VSC has given Clear? Okay. Next, assume the continuous conduction mode. So let the average output voltage of the single phase full wave control rectifier is VA. Assume the average output voltage of single phase full wave control rectifier is VA or V0. That is equal to, we know the formula, 2 Vm by pi into cos alpha. Is it right? So we know the formula of single phase full wave control rectifier output voltage. Okay, that is equal to armature terminal voltage. VA is equal to V0 is equal to 2 Vm by pi into cos alpha. 2 Vm by pi into cos alpha. So let us take at rated operation. So at rated operation means at rated values, whatever the motor is operated and whatever the EMF is present, back EMF, that is can be considered the E1. E1 is nothing but back EMF of the DC motor at the rated operation. Okay, that is equal to V1 minus IA1 into RA. Means we know the formula E is equal to V minus IA into RA. IA into RA. So if you write the equation with respect to E1, so here also we have to take E1 is equal to V1 into V1 minus IA1 into RA. Okay, armature resistance is same for all the conditions. Clear? It is not going to changes. So V1 minus IA1 into RA. So that is equal to, we know the value of V1, that is the 220 volts. 220 minus IA1 is equal to 10 amperes. Okay, 10 into armature resistance is equal to 2 ohms. Okay, 10 into 2. So that is equal to back EMF for rated operation E1 is equal to 200 volts. 220 minus 20, that is the 200 volts. Clear? Back EMF E1 is equal to back EMF E1 is equal to 200 volts. So we know the formula. We know the formula N1 by N2 is equal to E1 by E2, or N2 by N1 is equal to E2 by E1, whatever we can write. Clear? So from this relation, we know the value of N1 and also we know the value of N2. Okay, also we know the value of E1, but we don't know the value of E2 here. E1 value we know the speed of the DC motor N1. Okay, also we know the speed of the DC motor. 500 RPM is the N2. Okay, and 1500 RPM is the N1. Is it right? So when the motor is rotating at 500 RPM, so definitely the back EMF is also changes. Definitely back EMF is also changes. So that the EMF we are going to find out. That EMF we are going to find out. So that is equal to, from this relation. So N1 is equal to 1500 and N2 is equal to 500 and E1 is equal to, we have found E1 is equal to 200 by, but we don't know the value of E2. But we don't know the value of E2. So we are going to find out the E2 here. Okay, E2 is nothing but back EMF of the DC motor when the motor is rotating at the 500 RPM. Is it clear? So 200 is nothing but the back EMF of the DC motor when the motor is rotating at the 1500 RPM. Is it right? So speed is changes means back EMF is also changes, obviously. So when the back EMF changes, then only the speed can be changes. So from this equation or from this values, we can easily find out the back EMF of the DC motor. E2 is equal to 66.67 volts. Et is equal to 66.67 volts. Is it right? Here, tell me one thing. When the back EMF is 200 volts and the speed is 1500 RPM. Okay, when the back EMF is 200 volts and speed is 1500. If the speed is decreases 500, what will be the back EMF is decreases or increases? Can anybody tell, please? Anyone tell, please? Anyone, please? Anyone, please? Decrease. Exactly right answer. Okay. So means speed decrease means obviously the back EMF is also should be decreased. So that's we have found here. E2 is equal to 66.67 volts. It is decreased from the 200 volts to 66.67 volts. Okay. But here condition he has given, we have to find out the firing angle. We have to find out the firing angle at the half the rated motor torque. Clear? So we have to find out the firing angle at half of the rated motor torque. So rated motor torque, how much? Rated motor torque T is equal to, that is T is directly proportional to the IA. T is directly proportional to IA or IA1. Here we have taken the IA1. Clear? So the torque is proportional to the armature current. So that is T is equal to 10. But here condition is given, we have to find out the firing angle at the half of the rated torque, half of the rated motor torque. So half of the rated motor torque is nothing but whatever the torque is changes, that can be considered as T2. Okay, Tt is equal to half of the means T1 by 2. Okay, half of the means T by 2. Is it clear? So that is equal to 10 by 2. 10 by 2 means 5 amperes. Okay, IIT is equal to 5 amperes. So like this same way, that is equal to TT is also 5 amperes. TT is also 5 Newton meters. 5 Newton meters. TT is nothing but when the motor is rotating at the half of the rated torque. Because torque and armature current is directly proportional. Clear? So here we have to find out the firing angle at the half of the rated motor torque at speed 500 rpm. So we know the formula E2 is equal to VA minus IA2 into RA. Et is equal to VA minus IA2 into RA. So means we know the formula E is equal to VA minus IA RA. So from that equation we can find out E2, we know the value of E2 66.67 is equal to, so but we don't know the value of VA. VA is minus 5 into 2. Okay, VA minus 5 into 2. So from this equation, VA is equal to 76.67 volts. From this equation, VA is equal to 76.67 volts. Is it right? Is it right, please? Exactly, we got the answer because we know the formula EVA is equal to EB plus IRA, E plus IARA, IARA. So applied voltage is equal to back EMF plus voltage drop across the armature resistance. So 66.67 plus IA into RA, 5 into 2, 10. 66.67 plus 10 is equal to 76.67. So that is exactly right answer we got. So VA is equal to 76.67 volts. But what we have to find out? Firing angle. So how we can find out the firing angle? Alpha is, we know the formula VA is equal to, we know the formula VA is equal to 2 Vm by pi into cos alpha. 2 Vm by pi into cos alpha. So here we know the value of VA. So that is equal to 76.67. VA is equal to 76.67. That is equal to 2 into Vm. 2 into Vm is nothing but root 2 into supply voltage. Root 2 into supply voltage. Okay, root 2 into supply voltage by pi into cos alpha. So from this equation, cos alpha is equal to 0.370, and from this equation, alpha is equal to cos inverse of 0.370, that is equal to 68.268 degrees. What is the answer? Firing angle at the half of the rated motor torque and 500 rpm. So the firing angle is 68.268 degrees. Is it clear? Are you got the answer, please? Hello? Hello? Are you understand, please? Anyone? Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. Next, same way, we are going to find out the firing angle. We are going to find out the firing angle at rated motor torque. Just condition changes. Just condition is changes. Before half of the rated motor torque, now rated motor torque means at full rated torque, full motor torque, and speed is changes. Speed is also changes. So here we can see same procedure. So at rated motor torque and speed minus 1000 rpm. So Tt is equal to T1. So means torque is directly proportional to the armature current. Torque is directly proportional to the armature current. So T2 is equal to T1 means IAT is equal to IA1. So IAT is equal to 10 amperes. Already we have given the in numerical data. Okay, 10 amperes he has given. This is the rated motor current. So that is the rated motor torque also. So IAT is equal to 10 amperes. So we know the formula. Okay. E2 by V1 is equal to N2 by N1. So here N2 is nothing but minus 1000 rpm. Minus 1000 upon by N1 is nothing but here 1500 rpm. Okay, N1 is nothing but here 1500 rpm. That is equal to E2 by E1. E1 also we already found the value of E1. Okay, so at the rated operation. So minus 1000 upon by 1500 is equal to E2 upon by 200. So from this equation, so we can easily find out the E2. E2 is equal to 200 into minus 1000 rpm upon by 1500 rpm. So that is equal to minus 133.33 volts. E2 is equal to minus 133.33 volts. Clear? So here E2 is equal to, we know the formula, V minus IARA. So E2 is equal to VA minus IAT into RA. Okay. So here E2 and IAT is nothing but at this operation, at rated motor torque operation. Okay. So that is equal to my VA is nothing but, sorry, from this equation we can easily find out the VA. VA is equal to minus 113.33 volts. Minus 113.33 volts. Clear? That is equal to minus 133.33 plus IA2 RA, 10 into 2. So that is equal to, we can easily find out the VA. So VA is equal to minus 113.33 volts. Okay. So, but we know the formula VA is equal to, what is the formula? VA is equal to 2 Vm by pi cos alpha. This is the average output voltage of the single phase full wave control rectifier. This is the average output voltage of the single phase full wave control rectifier. So from this equation, what we can write? We know the value of VA minus 113.33 is equal to 2 into root 2 into, okay, Vm is nothing but root 2 into Vs, root 2 into 230, root 2 into 230 divided by pi into cos alpha. Okay, so from this equation we can easily find out the alpha. Okay, cos alpha is equal to minus 0.547, alpha is equal to 123.8 degrees. Alpha is equal to 123.8 degrees. So why we are saying here alpha is equal to 123 degrees? Why we got the value of here 123 degrees? Because if firing angle in single phase full wave or three phase full wave control rectifier, if the firing angle is greater than the 90 degrees, if the firing angle is greater than the 90 degrees, we will get the average output voltage is negative. Average output voltage is negative. So that's we got here minus 113.33 volts. Is it clear? So already we have discussed in the theoretical lectures, if the firing angle greater than the 90 degrees, so the average output voltage goes to negative, maybe in single phase full wave control rectifier or maybe in three phase full wave control rectifier. Clear? So that's why also we have proved in this one, if the firing angle is greater than the 90 degrees means 123.818 degrees means it is greater than the 90 degrees. So obviously we will get the negative output voltage. Okay, that is VA is equal to minus 113.33 volts. Okay, minus 113.33 volts. So if the average output voltage is negative, obviously speed is also negative. So that's why speed is also minus 1000 RPM. Speed is also minus 1000 RPM. Is it clear? Any doubt please in this numerical? All of you understand this numerical? Hello? Okay. Okay, because nobody is giving the answer how the drive is operating first quadrant, how the drive is operating second quadrant, how the drive is operating third quadrant, how the drive is operating in fourth quadrant, motoring mode or braking mode. Nobody is giving the answer. So that's why I'm again for 10 to 20, 15 minutes I'm going to repeat this topic, fourth quadrant or multi-quadrant operation of electrical drives. Okay, just wait, I will open that PPT. Okay, that is the four quadrant operation of motor drive or electrical drive. So this is can also be called as multi-quadrant operation of electrical drives. Multi-quadrant operation of electrical drives. So why we are going to discuss this multi-quadrant or four quadrant operation of electrical drives? Because so we can easily find out the by knowing this operation of this four quadrant operation of electrical drives, we can easily identify the motor can be operates either in a motoring mode or generator mode in quadrant first or second, third or fourth. We can easily identify it from this operation. So we can easily establish the suitable conventions about the science of torque and speed also. So means suitable conventions means how the speed is there, forward direction or reverse direction, how the torque is there, positive torque or negative torque. Okay, so all these we can easily identify or establish by knowing the four quadrant operation of electrical drives. Okay, generally we can say motor speed is considered positive when it is rotating in the forward direction. Okay, for drives which operate only in one direction, forward speed will be either their normal speed. Okay, in loads involving up down motions, Okay, up down motions, the speed of the motor which causes upward motion is considered as a forward motion. Okay, for reversible drives, the forward speed is chosen arbitrary. Then the rotation of the opposite direction gives the reverse speed, okay, which is assigned the negative sign. Reverse speed means here we are going to assign the negative sign. Clear? So positive motor torque is defined as the torque which produces the acceleration or positive rate of the change of the speed in forward direction. Okay, so means whatever the torque is produced in order to move the motor, in order to rotate the motor in forward direction, okay, the torque can be considered as a positive. Okay, when the motor is rotating, when the motor is going to stop or in reverse direction going to rotate, so that torque can be considered as a negative. So here you can see generally a motor operates in two modes, motoring and braking mode. Generally, motor operates in two modes, motoring mode and braking mode. Okay, in motoring mode, it will convert electrical energy into the mechanical energy. In motoring mode, it will convert electrical energy into the mechanical energy. Is it clear? Means generally motor is operating in two modes, motoring and braking. In motoring mode, it will convert electrical energy into the mechanical energy, means it will operate as a motor. Okay, in braking mode, it will convert from mechanical energy into the electrical energy. Okay, it is converting from mechanical energy to the electrical energy when it is operating in the braking mode. Is it clear? So generally the drive is operates in the forward motoring in first quadrant. Okay, the drive generally operate in the forward braking in second quadrant. Okay, the drive generally operates in the reverse motoring in third quadrant. So the drive is operates in the fourth quadrant, reverse braking. Reverse braking. Clear? So means from 1 and 2, sorry, 1 and 3, the drive is operating as a motoring, means the motor will convert from electrical energy into the mechanical energy. Electrical energy into the mechanical energy. But in the case of second and fourth, the drive or the motor is operating as a braking. Braking means it will convert from mechanical energy into the electrical energy. Mechanical energy to electrical energy means it will act as a generating mode. It will act as a generator. Is it clear? So how we can say it is operating as a forward motoring mode? How we can say in second quadrant it is operating in forward braking? How we can say in third quadrant motor is operating as a reverse motoring? How we can say in fourth quadrant the motor is operating as a reverse braking? Clear? See the one by one here. Let us see the one host system. Let us take one host system. Clear? Host is nothing but screen is visible. Screen is visible, all of you. Okay, so host system is nothing but we are taking one motor. Okay, and this is the shaft of the motor, and this is the drum of the motor. Okay, so one side of the motor is connected to the one weight. Okay, another side of the motor is connected to the another weight. So simply we can draw like this. So this total system can be called as a host system, HOIST. This total system can be called as host system. Host system is nothing but here we are taking one motor. Okay, this motor is consisting of one mechanical drum, and one side of the drum we are attaching one weight. Okay, and another side of the drum, another side of the motor we are attaching one more weight. Okay, and but these two weights are different. These two weights are different. Is it clear? So this is the loaded case. This is the loaded case, and this is called as the counterweight. This is called as the counterweight. Okay. The right hand side of the motor can be attached the loaded case, and left hand side of the motor is attached with the counterweight. But these two weights are different. Here, the weight of the loaded case is greater than the weight of the counterweight. Weight of the loaded case is greater than the weight of the counterweight. Is it clear? Second point. Here, our main goal is we are going to bring this loaded case into the upward direction. इसको अपन को ऊपर लेके जाने का है, लोडर केस को. So if you want to bring this loaded case into the upward direction, so how the motor should rotate? In which direction? In clockwise or anti-clockwise direction? किस डायरेक्शन में मोटर रोटेट होना चाहिए? क्लॉकवाइज घूमना है कि एंटी क्लॉकवाइज घूमना है? एंटी क्लॉकवाइज घूमना पड़ेगा ना मोटर. यस सर, नो प्लीज. हेलो. Okay, so in order to bring this loaded case into the upward direction, so definitely the motor should be rotate in this direction, that is the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, here we are going to assume that when the motor is rotating in anti-clockwise direction, that is considered as a forward direction. Okay, that is considered as a forward direction. When the motor is rotating in clockwise direction, okay, that is in reverse direction. Okay, that is in negative direction or reverse direction. Is it clear? So now here the motor is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. That is the speed is positive. Speed is positive. Is it clear? So next one. So loaded case is in downside. So obviously the low torque is in this direction. So obviously the low torque is in this direction. Okay, due to the gravitational force. Okay, low torque is in this direction. So in order to bring this loaded case into the upward, so definitely the motor should be produce the torque, and that torque should be supported some motion. That torque should be supported the speed of the motor. Whatever the torque is produced by the motor, okay, that torque should be same as the motor speed. Means the torque should be supported speed of the motor. Then only this loaded case can come to the upward direction. Then only the loaded case can come to the upward direction. So here motor is speed is forward and torque is also positive. So what is the what is the power? How the power is developed? How the power is developed? P is equal to electrical power. P is equal to voltage into current. Okay, and mechanical power PM is equal to, that is the mechanical power PM is equal to, so speed into torque. Speed into torque. So here speed is positive and torque is also positive. So positive into positive क्या हो जाएगा? Power P is equal to positive. Yes or no? Positive into positive, power P is equal to positive. Okay, that is the speed, voltage directly proportional to the speed, and current is directly proportional to torque. So speed positive means voltage is also positive. Torque positive means current is also positive. So finally, the power is also positive. Power is positive means the power will flow from source to motor. The power will flow from source to motor. This is the source, this is the motor. Clear? So the power will flow from source to motor, okay, or source to load. Means when the motor is taking the electrical supply, so it will convert from electrical supply into the mechanical energy, sorry, electrical energy into the mechanical energy. Is it right? So that's why here in first quadrant, the motor speed is positive, torque is positive, so voltage is also positive, current is also positive. So the motor, the power is also positive. If the power is positive, means the motor is work as a motoring mode. It will convert from electrical energy into the mechanical energy. So here the motor is rotating in forward direction, that is the forward, and the motor is converting from electrical energy into the mechanical energy, that is the motoring mode. So that's why in first quadrant, the motor is operating as a forward motoring. In first quadrant, the motor is operating as a forward motoring. Is it clear? So in like the same way here, also we can say whatever drive is operating in the first quadrant is forward motoring. The drive is operating in the first quadrant is forward motoring. Is it clear? This concept is clear, all of you? Next. So I will explain the second one. So like the same, we can assume the third and fourth one also. Clear? Second one. In second one, so one side of the motor is connected to the empty case, means there is no weight here, and another side of the motor is connected to the counterweight. But here the weight of the empty case, the weight of the empty case is less than the weight of the counterweight, is less than the weight of the counterweight. So but here what we are going to do here, we are going to bring this empty case to the upward direction. ओके नीचे है एम्प्टी केस, अपन को ऊपर लेके आने का उसको. सो ऊपर लेके आना मतलब मोटर किस डायरेक्शन में रोटेट होना पड़ेगा. Obviously the motor should be rotated in the forward direction, in this direction. Is it clear? That is the anti-clockwise direction is considered as a forward. So obviously the motor should be rotated in the anti-clockwise direction. Then only the empty case can come to the upward. So here the weight of the counterweight is greater than the weight of the empty case. So obviously the low torque is in this direction. Low torque and speed is same direction. Okay, low torque and speed is same direction because due to the gravitational force, low torque in this direction, because this weight is greater than this weight. So in order to bring this empty case to the upside, so obviously the motor should be produce the torque, but the torque should be opposes the low torque. Because अगर जो भी मोटर से टॉर्क प्रोड्यूस किया, अगर वो टॉर्क और ये क्या बोलते हैं अपन लो टॉर्क का दोनों सेम है, तो क्या हो जाएगा, ये काउंटर वेट नीचे आएगा और ये ऊपर जाएगा, मीन्स इसका वेट नीचे है तो तुरंत नीचे आएगा. सो दिस काउंटर वेट कैन नॉट कम्स टू द डाउनवर्ड विथ सेफ्टी. सेफ्टी लाने के लिए वी हैव टू प्रोड्यूस द मोटर टॉर्क एंड दैट टॉर्क शुड बी अपोजिट द लो टॉर्क. That torque should be opposite the low torque. So means motor torque should be in this direction, opposite to the low torque and speed. Then only the empty case can come to the upward with very safety. Is it clear? Okay, so how the motor torque and speed is there here? Speed is positive. Okay, speed is positive. Okay, speed is positive, but what about the motor torque? What about the motor torque? Motor torque in clockwise direction means up, negative. Okay, torque is negative. So positive into negative क्या हो जाएगा? Power is negative. Power is negative. Power is negative means power will flow from load to source. That is the motor to source. The power will flow from motor to source. Power negative means reverse power is flowing, means this motor is work as a generator. Okay, this one motor is work as a generator. So it will convert from mechanical energy into the electrical energy. Is it clear? So in second quadrant, the drive is operate as a forward motor, is for forward braking. Forward braking. Clear? So because the motor speed is in positive, that is the forward. Motor speed is positive, but torque is negative. Torque means the motor is work as a generator. So that's why the drive is operate in the second quadrant is forward braking. Forward braking. These two concept is clear, forward motoring and forward braking.
Yes, sir.
Okay, like the same way. So third quadrant, the drive is operates in the third quadrant is reverse motoring, and the drive is operating in the fourth quadrant is reverse braking. Clear? Forward motoring, forward braking, reverse motoring, and reverse braking. So always when the working as a motoring, it will work as a motor, means it will convert from electrical energy into the mechanical energy. Braking में क्या होता है, mechanical energy into the electrical energy, means it will work as a generator. Clear? So this concept, please remember all of you. So it is a very, very important concept. If this concept you don't know, so there is no meaning of the electrical drive subject. Because this topic is the heart of the electrical drives, industrial drives and control. Clear? Okay, thank you all of you. Just wait, I will take the attendance. Time हो गया, just wait.